Hi there, I'm Lisa Doyle with Rockcliff Realtors, and welcome to our How is the Market segment. Boy, we've seen just continual changes this year, as you know if you've been watching our updates for the last year, and nothing is different on this update. What I love to do is cover, of course, all the major statistics of what's happened over the last week or two in our market. And so one of the biggest key factors that we're watching is of course, our inventory, which I've been saying this every update. We are the lowest we've been in 5 years, and so the active total inventory in our greater East Bay right now as of this morning is 701. Our last update about 2 weeks ago, we were at 765. So we're continuing to decline as far as inventory, which just means we're moving, continual moving into the seller market even stronger than before. So very interesting. Our total number of pended right now properties is 1,698. And if you remember back in August of 2011, we had over 2,400 active listings in our East Bay. And now we are at 701. So the reason for all the multiple offers and kind of craziness that we're seeing is more demand, less supply. You know, it's a great beginning of our recovery. Excuse me. One of the key numbers that I wanted to share, which I thought was so interesting, we've always tracked the total numbers of sold properties every year as well, just to kind of compare trends and track where things are headed. And the first half of 2012, we had a stronger market, lower inventory than 2011, and what appeared to be much more home selling going on. But actually, the numbers for the first half of the year closed properties, there were about 1,000 more closed properties in 2011 than what we had to the end of June 2012. But what's great is our market the last half of the year has continued to be even stronger. So we've actually caught up and surpassed last year's numbers, which is really great. Last year at this time, as of October 1st, we had 5,999 closed properties in our East Bay, which is the 580, 680 corridor and a clip of the 24, which is our basic East Bay. This year so far, 6,585 now at that time. So we've gone and surpassed last year's numbers, whereas the half the year we were behind, which is real interesting. Total new active listings in the last 2 weeks is 256, which has been consistent in our number of active. The one number that's really awesome, and the reason why our active inventory is so low right now, is 466 new properties going pending in the last 2 weeks, which is about double what we've been seeing as our normal weekly trend of pending properties, which is, like I said, it's continuing the trend towards the seller market. The biggest question I get right now is what will the election do, and how will that change the outlook of our market right now? That's an interesting question, and we're going to be tracking it really closely through the election and, of course, after. It feels like we're going to see the market continuing to be strong. If we see a little bump in the road, hopefully it'll be a temporary bump. Some people feel a little anxious after elections, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Right now, there's a couple statistics that I get a lot of questions about, is what's still going on with our distressed market. Because the distressed market's been, continuing to be about stable. That is the properties that are either short sales or bank owns. So this last 2 weeks, we have new pended properties that are short sales, 113, which is pretty consistent with what we've seen, a little higher than what the last, maybe couple months. Active new inventory, 79, and then as far as short sale closed, we're 76. Bank owns are a little higher, which is interesting. New active bank owns are 64, which we've seen the banks doing less foreclosure, but we do have a 64, which is higher than what our numbers that we've seen. And then, of course, new pended bank owns are 39. So again, I'll keep you posted as far as what's going on with our market. If there's anything that you have questions about with your current home or your situation, of course, call me anytime. My name again is Lisa Doyle. My number is 925-890-7443, and I look forward to seeing you soon.